Hi everyone, welcome to AquiLLM. Today I'll be demonstrating some of the basic features of AquiLLM that are useful for research groups and LLM interface collaborations. Before starting a chat conversation with AquiLLM, let's first look at something called a collection from the Collections tab. You can look at the top right here. If you click here, you're able to add and name a new collection, but for the purposes of this example, I'll just be using this new one that I labeled new. So we'll click into here and you see that I have already uploaded a PDF document. But essentially what a collection is, it's where a research group can keep a certain collection of notes, files, archive links, different forms of documents, and even skills files that can inform the large language model of essentially the context that's when it's answering your questions or your research group's questions, what it should be keeping in context for your group. So just as a quick example, I'm going to add a skills file. And for additional context, the files that I'm adding in here are all MRI related, in particular MRI tools related. So there are certain command line interfaces and some tools that I would like AquiLLM to be aware of. You simply drop the file here and then click Submit All. This will go into a queue, it will be ingested, and AquiLLM will inform us of when it has been ingested. All right, now that we've done that, we're ready to start a conversation, so let's start a new conversation. This is a typical chat interface conversation that you're probably already familiar with. However, we have this extra feature called collections. If you click into a collection, we can add essentially things that we would like that the conversation to be conditioned on. So everything in new, and you know what, I may as well also let it have access to some of the figures that it parsed out from the paper as well. You'll see that collection says for selected. So now let's have AquiLLM do a task for us. Can you write a FreeSurfer script? Let's see, a FreeSurfer script to perform skull stripping. This is a common task for MRI scans of the head. So let's hit enter. We will wait for this to go into queue. And mind you, in the background, AquiLLM can make certain tool calls, and we're able to view essentially, for example, it's making some kind of tool calls like a vector search. It's looking up things, it's looking up the context of our conversation. And once it has everything, once it can confirm the sort of format that I would like it to give me the scripts in, then it will provide it. And it appears to be doing a few things, which is it is reading off that skills file where I gave it very specific templates that I would like for it to abide by, and that's why it presented it in this fashion. And this is correct. It's telling about things like MRI Watershed, which is like a standalone tool from FreeSurfer that we can use, as well as some other things that it's giving me additional context on. And the really nice thing is that you'll notice that it also populated these figures. That was actually from that paper, and I may as well show it off real quick. If we go to new, like I said, I already had a PDF in here and it parsed out the PDF to produce some figures, but let's just have a look at the PDF document. If we look at the PDF document, you'll notice that there are some figures, and AquiLLM is able, in particular, reference this one, and can pull out certain figures from these documents. Now, while AquiLLM is still very much in alpha mode, we're hoping that we can provide some nice tools that allow for research groups to interface with a language model in a slightly more controlled fashion. For example, conditioned on research group conversations, research group notes, and additionally, with these collections, we can also go to the collection settings. We can even manage our collaborations and share specific collections or specific chat conversations with other groups to allow for specific collaboration formats, or essentially to sift through the noise, only giving users access to the most relevant parts of a conversation or notes that were used within the research group. So with this being said, welcome to AquiLLM, and thank you.